Well, I did this project because I'm really interested in technology and I really like the whole learner-centered problem solving aspect with kids, and I feel like there's more to PE than just exercising. Their diet is a really big component and they know nothing about it. So I got involved with Sarah and got a bunch of help to get some PackWorks, which is something I researched from a school in Arizona and, oh no, Texas, I believe. Anyway, in Texas, and they do a lot of support, so there's a lot of teacher preparation, a lot of technology, but basically the kids work at their own pace, they work at their own level, they learn what they need to learn. So I kind of copied that, but made it all technology based, and they can work collaboratively. There are some individual components, but they work collaboratively. They work on the computer, they problem solve on the computer, they are having fun. The kids are learning what they need to learn or what they didn't know, because I direct them to certain resources and I have them pull information from those resources that they didn't know for their culmination projects and for their research papers. And so I think they're learning to work together, they're learning to work at their own pace, they're learning how to problem solve on a computer. It's all 21st century skills, and I'm really proud of how it's turning out. So one of the things that I incorporated in the packs is a graphic organizer, which when they're researching and learning and finding stuff out, they're writing down, they're citing their sources, they're writing down their information that they're going to use for their final paper and for their final culmination project. When they do their culmination project, which to me is the technology piece and the fun piece and the part where they bring it all together, they have to post that project onto the post board for Edmodo, so like a Facebook post, you know, if you can relate to that. So in Edmodo, which is another piece of technology that's really great in the classroom, they post their project and then they have to respond to other classmates' projects. So there's an authentic audience and they value their feedback. They have instructions on how they have to respond, so it's very set up, and they're encouraged to be positive and to be authentic. They can't just say good job, and it gives the kids a chance to publish their work and get real feedback from the rest of the kids, and it makes them value their work more and relate to it more, and you know, there's a home connection project as well, so they can bring some of those ideas that they had at home into their culmination project that they're posting for their classmates. Not only do they learn and feel good about posting those projects, but they, again, are they're exposed to other people's work, so they get that repetition of what they learned. So now they're having to look at other people's work, have an authentic response, feel like, you know, the whole world can see this, and if nothing else, at least their peers are seeing it and their teachers seeing it, and so there's value to that. So I love technology. It's making my kids want to work. One of the really cool things about technology is it's allowed me to include some close reading in a PE setting. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but I've really enjoyed including close readings. I feel like my kids are learning some really valuable information from their close readings. And the way you do that with technology, or one of the ways that I've found, is by finding the article that you want them to read, giving them some instructions, so training them on how to annotate an article, working collaboratively so that they discuss it, they read it out loud, they highlight, they underline, they put sticky notes, they make comments on that article. So they're working really closely with that article. And then they turn in that article through Edmodo. That's my hub for my classes. And they also add that information that they learned from that article to their graphic organizer, which is a part of not only their last culmination project, but also their final paper for this whole project, which is 2 to 3 months long. So they know that in the end they're going to need all this information, and they're interested because it affects their own body. So as a PE teacher, of course, we need to exercise all the time. We come in once every 2 weeks to the computer lab, so we're not giving up a lot of our exercise. We assign exercise on the weekends, things like that. I don't feel like it's a sacrifice. I think it's really helping my kids to understand their body, and they're reading to learn. They are reading to learn in my class. So I'm not spoon feeding them. I'm not saying you should read this or you should eat this. I'm sorry, that you should eat this or you should eat that. I'm saying, here's the information. What are you going to do with it? And so they do the assignment. They learn what they need to learn from that article. Some kids may have known what a calorie was, but they go down and they find out how many calories their body needs, and they're like, that's the piece of information I didn't know. So I really think the close reading is helping my class to become really knowledgeable about how to live life healthy. And I'm really thankful for technology and thankful for the training I've been getting in order to teach my kids in a better way that's more interesting to them.